Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 6. Her strength was louder than her silence, and her kindness lingered long after she left the room. Adelaide Lummis, a spirited and inspiring presence in independent film, passed away at the young age of 32 after a courageous 2.5-year battle with cancer. She died peacefully in Los Angeles, surrounded by loved ones. A graduate of the University of North Carolina School of the Arts, Adelaide carried a rare spark into every creative space. Bold, sweet, and endlessly imaginative, she became known for her evocative portrayals in productions like Technoburger, where her role as Delilah left an unforgettable impact. Her performances in Bindlestiffs and Burying further showcased her depth and versatility. Adelaide was more than just talented. She made people feel seen. Whether she was producing behind the scenes or stepping into complex roles, she approached every project with care, courage, and purpose. Her colleagues describe her as radiant and deeply collaborative. One friend remembered, "She made you feel lucky just to be in the room with her." That sense of presence extended into her personal life. Adelaide connected easily with others, drawn to small joys and simple honesty. Her laughter came easily, often lighting up even the longest days on set. She gave more than she took, from spontaneous road trips with friends to late-night creative brainstorms fueled by coffee and conviction. Though her time on Earth was short, her influence is lasting. She taught others to approach life with the same fearless heart she brought to her work. Her story, her fight, and her unexpected grace in the face of hardship deeply moved everyone who knew her. Adelaide's family, including her parents and siblings, came together to honor her life with a memorial in their hometown of Houston. As loved ones remembered her at Glenwood Cemetery, words like brilliant, gentle, and one of a kind echoed again and again. The world carries a little more light because Adelaide was here. She's gone too soon but left something beautiful that continues on. In every film frame she touched, in every life she warmed. Tributes to Adelaide Lummis. Number 5. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real with the food, Skye Gyngell once said. That belief guided a remarkable culinary journey that touched kitchens and hearts around the world. Skye Gyngell, who passed away peacefully at 62, transformed the way people think about food. Rooted in authenticity and led by her love for seasonal ingredients, she reshaped restaurant culture from France to London. Born in Sydney, she trained in classic French kitchens before moving to Britain, where her vision began to bloom. As food editor for Vogue, she brought elegance and honesty to food journalism. But it was at Petersham Nursery's cafe that she truly made her mark, earning a Michelin star and redefining casual fine dining. Skye's food was simple, but never ordinary. Her cookbook, How I Cook, won the Gourmand World Cookbook Award. With her restaurant Spring, she did more than just open doors. She broke barriers by building an all-female kitchen brigade and turning the space into London's first single-use plastic-free restaurant. Skye believed food should reflect the seasons, the land, and the people who grow it. Her scratch menus, her partnerships with farmers, and her leadership at Heckfield Place all proved just that. Every plate was an act of care. To many, she was a mentor. To others, a quiet revolutionary. However you knew her, Skye's kindness and conviction left a lasting imprint. Ayala named her Female Chef of the Year in 2019, but her real accolades lived inside every person she inspired. Fellow chefs recall her grace. A former colleague shared, "Skye never shouted in the kitchen. She listened. She taught us to respect food and each other. Her loss is deeply felt. Skye is survived by her family, including her former spouse Thomas Gore. She passed away after a short illness, surrounded by those she loved. Though she's no longer with us, her spirit lives on in every thoughtful recipe, every farm-to-table menu, and every young chef daring to do things differently. Tributes to Skye Gyngell. Number 4. Rodney Rogers was the heart of our program. His legacy extends far beyond the court. With these words, Wake Forest athletics captured the spirit of a man whose influence reached far beyond basketball. Rodney Rogers passed away at the age of 54, leaving behind a life defined by strength, excellence, and enduring character. From his roots in Durham, North Carolina, Rodney rose to national attention at Wake Forest University. He helped transform the program, earning ACC Freshman of the Year and later ACC Player of the Year. He led his team to March Madness glory and left with averages that still shine in school history. Drafted 9th overall in the 1993 NBA Draft, he brought power and passion to the league. Over 12 seasons and 7 teams, he became known as a reliable force off the bench, peaking with the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award in Phoenix. His gritty play, soft shooting touch, and leadership earned him respect everywhere he went. But Rodney's impact didn't end on the hardwood. After an ATV accident in 2008 left him paralyzed, he became a symbol of courage. He faced life's toughest challenge with the same fight he brought to every game. Never complaining, always inspiring. More than just stats and trophies, Rodney's life was rich in purpose. He mentored young players, shared his story openly, and became a voice for those facing disability and hardship. He reminded us all that strength isn't just physical, it's found in how we rise after the fall. He passed away peacefully, surrounded by family. He is survived by his loving wife and children, who were his greatest pride. NBA peers, coaches, and fans have shared a wave of emotion. To many, Rodney wasn't just a powerful forward, he was a friend, a fighter, and a beacon of hope. His story is one of resilience, heart, and undying love for the game and those around him. Rest easy, Rodney. Your light will never dim. Tributes to Rodney Rogers. Number 3. He never gave us what we expected. He gave us something better. He gave us the truth. Those words, spoken by a longtime colleague, perfectly capture the force that was Llyn Foulkes. The world knew Foulkes as a quiet revolutionary. With a brush, a scrap of fabric, or a thumping beat from his beloved music machine, he redefined what art could be. Over more than 60 years, he challenged the conventions of both art and culture with fierce honesty and raw talent. He first turned heads at LA's Ferris Gallery, right before names like Warhol became known. Never following trends, Foulkes paved his own path, one filled with bold, mixed-media paintings, biting satire, and layered critiques of modern society. Icons like Mickey Mouse were reimagined not with nostalgia, but with sharp, critical vision. His work peeled back the shiny surface of consumerism to reveal something much more human beneath. Major institutions across the U.S. proudly hold his work, from LACMA to the Whitney, and exhibitions like the one mounted by the Hammer Museum confirmed his place as a visionary. Pieces like Pop, The Lost Frontier, and Deliverance are not just artworks. They are experiences, confrontations, and reflections of a country in flux. But Foulkes was also a one-man band, quite literally. He built an instrument called the Machine, and through it, poured his spirit into original music that fused rhythm, performance, and storytelling. His music, like his art, was deeply personal, an extension of the restless mind that never stopped creating. At 91, Foulkes passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy both powerful and deeply personal. He inspired not just artists, but anyone brave enough to speak a hard truth out loud. No compromise, no filter, just pure, raw vision, said an artist he once mentored. He taught us that art isn't just seen, it's felt. Foulkes' brilliance, independence, and integrity will live on in every gallery he touched, every song he played, and every young artist who dares to take a risk. Tributes to Llyn Foulkes. Number 2, being elected bishop was an act of justice, but he lived his whole life that way. These words from Bishop John Harvey Taylor capture the heart of Chester Talton's legacy. Known for his gentle voice and warm smile, he led with quiet strength and deep conviction. Chester Talton passed away at the age of 84 after facing health complications related to spinal surgery. He spent his final days surrounded by family at home, bringing a peaceful, close to a remarkable life. Talton broke barriers in the Episcopal Church, becoming the first African-American bishop in the western United States. His 1990 election as bishop suffragan of Los Angeles was a historic moment. Over 3,000 people witnessed his consecration, a day that signaled hope and change for many. Throughout more than 50 years in ministry, Talton was known not just for leadership, but for love in action. He launched feeding programs in New York, built childcare services for working families, and helped found a credit union after the Rodney King uprisings to support local businesses left behind by traditional banks. He pastored congregations from Chicago to Harlem to Pasadena, bringing comfort and courage to all. As rector of St. Philip's Church in Harlem, he ministered to a historic congregation that included U.S. Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. His leadership always pointed to justice, dignity, and faith in community. After retirement, he stepped forward once again, this time to help reorganize a fractured diocese in San Joaquin as provisional bishop. Even in his later years, Talton mentored other clergy, showing what it means to serve with grace. His final public address at age 82 moved hearts across the church. Reflecting on his early doubts about whether his church could love him back, he said quietly, "Today I feel loved by the Episcopal Church." Those words, full of healing and hope, summed up a lifetime of faith in the face of challenge. He is survived by his wife April, his children and grandchildren who carry forward his love and legacy. Presiding Bishop Michael Curry said it best, "A great oak has fallen." Tributes to Chester Talton. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Waves can bring us the magic of the ocean, but sometimes they remind us just how powerful nature is. In Monterey County, California, a family's day at Garrapata State Beach took a heartbreaking turn when a sudden wave swept them into the chilly Pacific waters. A father bravely tried to save his 5-year-old daughter, holding tightly to her hand as the surf surged around them. Their courage in that desperate moment moved the whole community. An off-duty lifeguard nearby jumped into action and managed to pull the father from the surf, while the mother, who had also raced in to help, managed to make it to shore on her own. Despite heroic efforts, the father was later pronounced dead in the hospital, and the search continues for the missing little girl. Miraculously, the family's 2-year-old child on the beach was not harmed. Rescue teams from California State Parks, CAL FIRE, and the U.S. Coast Guard continue their tireless search, showing the strength of a community coming together in the face of adversity. Today we honor this father's love and sacrifice and hold his family in our hearts. He will be remembered for his courage, and the Monterey Coast will no doubt remember the outpouring of support inspired by his legacy. News 2. Imagine dedicating your whole life to a dream, and only truly appreciating each breath after nearly losing it. That's the story of Jared Nurdin, a 34-year-old theater actor who journeyed all the way from South Africa to London, selling everything he owned for a shot at the West End stage. Just as he finally landed his big role in We Will Rock You, Jared was devastated to learn that the stubborn winter flu he'd been pushing through was actually a rare form of lung cancer. He chose courage over despair, opting for major surgery in October 2023 that removed the entire lower lobe of his left lung. Months of a tough recovery followed, with a second surgery and exhausting complications that left him wondering if he'd ever sing or dance again. Yet thanks to his determination, the support of his loved ones and the actor's trust, and that indomitable performer's spirit, Jared made a triumphant return just 3 months after his final operation. He took to the international stage in Chicago, living out his dream once more. Jared's story reminds us all to cherish life and never take the small moments, or the big dreams, for granted. Grit, faith, and the love of community can carry us through even life's most challenging acts. Jared, your comeback will inspire so many, on stage and off. News 3. There's inspiring news to share about Tyler Henry, the beloved 29-year-old celebrity medium known for bringing comfort and messages from beyond on shows like Hollywood Medium. Tyler, admired for his heartwarming readings, recently underwent his 3rd brain surgery, this time to remove a recurring cyst. His journey with brain surgeries began at 18, when a sudden health scare taught him the preciousness of life. After having a successful operation in May 2025, Tyler bravely faced another round just a few months later due to returning symptoms. According to his husband Clint Godwin, Tyler's latest surgery went very well, and he is now recovering with lots of love and support from family, friends, and fans. Tyler's openness with his health challenges and his gratitude for the medical teams caring for him continue to inspire so many. As Tyler rests and looks forward to sharing his gifts again, he reminds us all of the value of resilience and the power of a loving community. News 4. What a story Donald Glover has to share. At just 42 years old, the multi-talented entertainer, known to many as Childish Gambino, recently opened up about a major health scare that surprised fans everywhere. Last year, while performing in Louisiana, Donald felt a sharp pain in his head but powered through the show. It wasn't until he got to Houston that doctors revealed he'd actually had a stroke, a diagnosis that led him to cancel his much-anticipated New World Tour. Despite this frightening experience, Donald's resilience and positive spirit shine through. He's using his story to remind others how suddenly life can change and the importance of listening to our bodies. Donald Glover's creativity and heart have inspired countless fans, and there's no doubt his journey, from music to movies and now to overcoming big life challenges, will continue to uplift and encourage people for years to come. News 5. On a recent voyage from Melbourne to Auckland, passengers aboard the Disney Wonder cruise ship faced a somber moment when a 73-year-old gentleman from Moonee Ponds, Victoria, went missing at sea early Saturday morning. The ship's crew responded with immediate care, turning the vessel around in the Tasman Sea and searching for hours, even using thermal imaging in hopes of a miracle. Despite everyone's best efforts, he could not be found, and the ship's arrival to New Zealand was delayed as the search unfolded. While this is an undeniably heartbreaking event, what stands out is the dedication shown by the crew and the compassion shared by passengers supporting one another during this difficult time. Disney Cruise Line is offering care and resources to all on board, reminding us of the importance of community and kindness when facing life's unexpected trials. As the Disney Wonder prepares to bid farewell for now to Australia, this voyage will long be remembered, not for how it ended, but for the humanity and support shown by those at sea. Let's take a moment to reflect on the value of looking out for each other, wherever our journeys may take us. News 6. If you've spent time online today, you may have seen an outpouring of love for Isaac Johnson, a vibrant 31-year-old MMA and Thai boxing fighter from Chicago. Isaac was competing in his very first heavyweight Thai boxing match during the Matador Fighter Challenge at Cicero Stadium, nearby Chicago, when, in the final moments of the bout, he collapsed in the ring. Despite the immediate response from on-site medical professionals and a swift trip to Loyola University Medical Center, Isaac sadly passed away just after midnight. A proud Chicagoan, Isaac was known for his infectious energy and the broad smile that never left his face, even in his final moments. Fellow fighters and fans have filled social media with tributes, remembering him as a true warrior, devoted teammate, and loving family man, always eager to encourage those around him. Isaac also nurtured a passion for music alongside his sports career, a testament to his creative spirit and drive. Though his passing leaves a deep sadness in the community, people are choosing to honor Isaac by celebrating the kindness, courage, and determination he showed in every arena of his life. His remarkable legacy will live on in the hearts of friends, family, and the countless lives he touched. Number 1. There are no neutral artists, Margaretta Darcy once declared. Either you're for life or you're helping to destroy it. That belief shaped a remarkable life of courage, defiance, and creative power. Margaretta Darcy passed away peacefully, surrounded by love, after a determined battle with cancer. She was 91. Her voice echoed through Ireland's theaters, streets, and airwaves for over 7 decades. A founding member of Ausdana, she crafted plays that spoke to the unheard, from women's voices from the West to the revolutionary prison voice of Countess Markievicz. With her partner, playwright John Arden, she created works like The Non-Stop Connolly Show, fierce, political, and unyielding. Margaretta didn't just write about change, she lived it. Through the Committee of 100, she stood against nuclear arms, locking arms with visionaries like Bertrand Russell. She was arrested repeatedly, whether protesting the Troubles, climbing fences at Shannon Airport, or painting peace on museum walls. At 80, she still chained herself in protest. She never wavered. A pioneer in feminist broadcasting, she built pirate radio from her Galway kitchen, opening channels for voices censorship tried to silence. In every space she entered, from theater to activism to radio, she centered justice. Born in London to Irish and Russian Jewish parents, her life's tension between cultures only deepened her resolve. She saw the power of dissent and made it an art form. Even in her final year, she ran for office, rallied in solidarity with Palestine, and returned her honorary doctorate to protest academic complicity in violence. Those who knew her describe her as a warrior. Broadcaster Lelia Doolan called her fearless. In Rossport, where she stood with locals against gas pipelines, residents remember her solidarity with deep gratitude. She is survived by her children, her beloved Galway community, and generations of activists and artists following in her path. She leaves behind not just words and actions, but a living philosophy of resistance. Margaretta Darcy's fire lit torches across movements. In every performance, every protest, she reminded us that art and justice are never separate. Tributes to Margaretta Darcy. Senza fine, you are endless, Gino Paoli once wrote for her, a song and a sentiment that defined her spirit. Ornella Vanoni known to millions as the Lady of Italian Song, passed away peacefully at the age of 91.